welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome inside Northwest Stadium, football fans, located in Landover, Maryland. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Leading the Giants is Brian Dable. Reached the playoffs in his first year in charge, but less wins each of the last two seasons. And on the other side, that's Dan Quinn. Second season now, leading the Commanders, 8th overall as an NFL head coach. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jayden Daniels.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week one, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass brought in, and he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is hauled in by Samuel. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, here's Eckler, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He'll make a bid for it. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown. Yeah, they'll be able to begin the season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They're led out by one of only a handful of quarterbacks, Brock, to eclipse 200 career starts. I know you covered him for a long time in Seattle. A 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson. I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out. 2nd and 8. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy. Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out. I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 4th down.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Picked up at the 38. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession. And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. This is Eckler on 2nd. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play. I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down. Daniels from the pistol. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Before the play clock can expire, we get a timeout from Coach Dan Quinn. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Play action now with Daniels. Flush down now to his left, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-0 lead. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they drop him after just a yard, 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
To throw, here's Wilson. He finds Slayton on the slant. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Russ now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Blitz coming. Russ escapes the pocket. The throw is caught. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll go. It's Tracy. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, you call that play in a huddle as a quarterback, you break the huddle, and you can almost feel it right from the jump. You get that surge at the point of attack on 4th and short. They did, and then some to move those chains.
Tracy. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Russ setting to throw. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll try with Tracy. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14, Giants 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense, guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Eckler running dead ahead. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Hits him on the in route. And how about this, Bronk? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down give to Eckler. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. Has a big hole left. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Start on the ground here. Tracy dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The Commanders are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Rolling left, buying some time. He's keeping it. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Daniels setting up the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deebo's got it. The 40. Into the red zone. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. It's a pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Vacates quickly left side. And he runs out of bounds a yard or 2 behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Handoff now to Eckler. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders looking for a bigger lead before the break. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That heater is going to fall to the turf. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First call here coming from the shotgun. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A handoff to Tracy. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Wilson now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Russ. Headed out right. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Trying again following the sack. He fires one deep down the middle. Ooh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. With 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
That penalty is declined.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Jukes out a one-stop. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Trey Amos. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Ross out of the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down. They'll go left side with Tracy. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 4. That pass is caught by Wandale Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Finds the football outside. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down. Rush coming for Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. This will be grabbed at the 5. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Washington are ready to go on offense as they take the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Eckler. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now Daniels to throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
A counter give to Eckler. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Stayed with Eckler. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Third and just 2 to go. Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They're going to toss it to Eckler. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Daniels back to throw. Able to find Ertz. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
On the give, here's Eckler. He's got a gain of 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
This is Eckler on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst, but that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Jukes one defender. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Giants.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Complete left side to Robinson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. Russ now from the gun. Pass brought in by Slayton. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Wilson bails out of the pocket quick. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
This is one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And his kick is blocked. They can advance it now. He's off to the races. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. Well, shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, you're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 31, Giants 17. Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. They had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points poorer on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. Giants lining things up, 1st and 10. Start on the ground here, Tracy. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the 32. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Ross off the play fake. Certain pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
They're out now, ready to punt it. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Commanders set to take over. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now here comes the New York offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
First down, Giants.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Tracy once more. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
From the 46. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Tracy. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Completed over the middle. And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that 1st down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this up with Eckler. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Gay's kick is good, and that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First down, here's Russ. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Wilson. This one's to Slayton, left side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Giants hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action, it's Wilson. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line.
First down, New York.
Faking the handoff, now Wilson. He completes it in traffic. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Russ is cooking again. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Once more, it's Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Has it in close. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. And even after giving up the late touchdown, Brock, still a 2-score game, so you should expect them to be in that victory formation in just a few moments.
You should, but, I just picture Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, the greats in this game, right, over the last few decades. They grinded down every second, never took anything for granted. You got to finish it all the way down to double zeros.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. The Giants using their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted! And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.